all up in my face, you need a back up. In my comfort zone, really you need a back up. I don't know you on the real, you need a back up. If that ain't about business or anything to do with money, back up. What up, though? This is Landing on Mars podcast. I am your host, Nestor the Spitter, aka Nestor on Mars, aka Nestocious, aka you can call me whatever you want to call me, but you cannot call me broke, and you cannot call me lazy, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Landing on Mars is in full effect. New logo, of course, that's what you see whenever you come to the page now. Tried to change a couple of things, but to find us, you can find us at Landing on Mars slash Hot Spitter 210 on YouTube. And of course, man, like I said, I'll be putting some more stuff out there. I will be doing everything I could possibly do. And like I said, just being like, just really being prepared and more aware of what I'm putting out, when I'm putting it out, and just giving y'all some really good content. Shout out to everybody out there that's doing their thing. Shout out to the homie Travis T. He just recently put a new episode up of Speak on It podcast, so y'all go check him out over there on YouTube. Um, yeah, man. Anybody that is doing their thing, and hope everybody out there's having a wonderful start to the 2023. This year is going to be a big year for me and my wife. I am very blessed to say that we are going to be parents. And, I'm 37 years old, so me being my age, I never thought I'd be having a baby at the age that I am. So for me, it's a real blessing. I'm a very blessed person to be in the position that I'm in, to be able to get married, to say that, I met my wife, we got married, we had our daughter. It's a blessing to understand how everything worked, because for the most part I never really saw it like that. I always saw it the opposite way, and heard about it other ways. So yeah, man, 2023 is going to be a big year, and it's like it's no turning back no more. It's like it's never been to the point where it has to turn back. It's never been like that. And ultimately, me, I'm a person that I continue to go straight. It's like, you gotta leave the past in the past, man. You gotta be able to grow up, and being able to sit back and realize, like, man, like, I used to put myself in some crazy situations, and now I'm at the point where it's like, I can't really be taking those risks. Like, I just can't be taking risks that I could take when I was younger. And it's like I said, I think about the situations that I was in, and I sit back and think about people that I knew that were right there with me that are still in the same position. And it's like, man, like, a lot of times, one thing about me is I'm a real big, I'm my biggest enemy. Like, regardless of how successful I am my biggest enemy. Like, I will criticize myself, I will put myself down, but then I bring myself up, and then I bring myself down. So it's like it's a roller coaster ride with myself. But you know what? I'm always aiming for more. I'm always aiming to do better. And like I said, man, like, I'm my hero, but I'm also my villain, because no matter how successful I am, I always want more. I'm never really content on what I have. And like, me having a wife and my daughter being on the way, it's like, how can I be content? How can I just sit and say I'm comfortable? Like, how? And of course I want to, and I feel I'll get there, but ultimately the hustle is the hustle, man. Like, you're not gonna get anything handed to you, and I understand that, and I think people don't understand that, and that's why people do what they do, is because, let me do TikTok, let me do social media, let me do whatever and make a buck. And it's like, now if you're a female and you have a body, you could do OnlyFans. There's so many other opportunities to do, but the people that don't even want to do that are still sitting around like, oh, well, what about me? And it's like, yo, what about you? You know what I mean? Like, you gotta hustle, and you gotta go out there, you gotta grind, you really gotta put the work in. And like, and that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I've always, like, I'd be like,
I surprise myself sometimes. Like I've been on the road for 24 hours straight. You know, I've done things like that. I'm just like, wow, like I should be like patting myself on the back, but you know, like I said, I pat myself on the back, and then it's like, yo, back to work. Then you know, it's like you gotta hit the reset button. When you hit that reset button, everything you did from that point is gone. You know, and you gotta start all over. If you made $1,000 on this check, once you get that, it's gone. You don't hit that thousand until the next paycheck. You know what I mean? So it's like it's always a chase. And like I said, man, with us going into 2023, it's like I just want to be able to do things that are gonna be positive, man. Like no matter what, and like to me, I feel like I sound like a broken record because I preach on positivity, but ultimately that's what I want for people. I'm never anybody like if, and that's the thing. Like no matter how upset I could be or whatever, I try, at the end of the day, I'm always trying to be a positive person for myself. Like I know I'm hard on myself, and I understand that I'm hard on myself, but I didn't have it easy, and I think when people realize how they had it and where they're going, then people will really realize like, hey man, I gotta do it for myself. And if people are not gonna really step up for themselves and people are not gonna grow up for themselves, then you can't grow up for them and you can't do it for them. It's like, you know, I learned that the hard way. Like real talk, I learned it the hard way. Like my brother was hard on me. My older brother was definitely hard on me. My sister had to like turn her back on me. Like I learned it the hard way. But you know what? When I came to San Marcos, I learned responsibility. I grew up in San Marcos. When I was in San Antonio, that's all I could say. I grew up in San Marcos. When I was in San Antonio, I was just effing around, you know, partying, just whatever, not wanting to go to work, not wanting to do nothing, just enjoying that life. You know, I was just wanting to be there, wanting just to be at the party. And it's like, man, I took myself out of that. Like I'm on the path. Like I have responsibility. I have I have weight on my shoulders, and that weight is like, yo, man, like I can't drop that. And no matter what, and no matter how it gets, and no matter how ugly it gets, yo, I can't drop that weight. And I'm never gonna drop the weight. I'm gonna continue to thrive, man. And it's like when you see like that's why I sit back and I tell myself like, man, I have so much success. I have this, I have that. I've done this, I've done that. And then it's like, okay, well, I think I need more. You know what I mean? Like I might need a little bit more. A little bit more. I'm still young and I'm still able to work. I'm still gonna do this. I'm still gonna do that. I need some more. You know what I mean? And I think that's just what a hustler mentality is. You know what I mean? Especially when you don't want to struggle, and especially when you don't want to like ask for anything. Like yo, man, asking for stuff for me, that was like back in the day. You know, like shout out to my mom when my mom could help me, she did help me. And you know, there came a time where it was like, man, I gotta do this on my own, man. I did. I come from whatever I come from, but whether I had money, I didn't have money, I had a job, I didn't have a job, one thing I did was survive. So what if we even if I don't even if I wasn't making money or even if I wasn't saving money, I was still surviving. And no matter what, I always have that survival mode. So that's it's like now that I got a little something in my pocket, it's even survive, it's protect this, it's get more of this, and it's like, because ultimately to really survive, you do need funds, man. You can't walk into the gas station and tell them, here's 20 hugs for 20 on pump number whatever. You know what I mean? Like it don't work like that. So ultimately, money is a key to survival. It's a key of necessary things you need, and that's just what it comes down to, you know. And yeah, man, like I'm my worst enemy, but I'm also my biggest fan, and I'm also my hero in my story. And for my daughter, for my wife, for my family, for my dogs, for anybody that I come around, anybody that I come across, I'm gonna always be the hero, no matter how much I'm a villain to myself. Because at the end of the day, man, it's not. It is about me, but it's about my wife. It's about my daughter. And as long as I know I'm happy in my heart, and as long as I feel comfortable in my heart, I'm gonna always continue to thrive. I'm gonna always continue to go. Because at the end of the day, man, it's not about how much money you make and how much money you spend. It's about your legacy and the people that come after you and the people that you've shown this to and the people that you've given a piece of mind to. And like, you know, man, it's about going to the top, man. And at the end of the day, like, you gotta just be honest with yourself, and you gotta be cool with you gotta be able to be content with yourself. And the people that are around you have to be able to accept you for who you are and for what you do, what you bring to the table, what you don't bring to the table. And if you can't bring something to the table, bring it to the table, because ultimately what someone else is missing out and can help them, you know. But like I said, man, I just like to be positive. Please excuse my chair. I will really do better on the next one to not have that going. And I was a little frustrated tonight, but you know what? It's all good, man. We got it done. That's the most important thing. And I could have easily gave up. But you know what? I know one thing, and one thing that really makes me happy is that my wife believes in me. And that's what really makes me happy. And I always want to be that person, to just be there for my wife, to always be there. And like I say, even be there for my daughter, man, because, yeah, I'm going to be a father. 2023 is going to be a wonderful year. 2023 is going to come, and 2023 is going to go. But what's not going to go is the memories, is the things that you do, is the things that I do, is the things that we accomplish in 2023. 2022 is gone, but I will always remember May 5th, 2022. It will always be a moment. Take the memories, cherish the memories, love the memories, love yourself, love the people around you. And you know what, real talk, just be positive. Landing on Mars is my platform, and when you're listening to Landing on Mars, you're in my world. And I just want everybody to be loved, man, everybody to be positive, everybody to do what they want to do for themselves. Welcome to my world. I really appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with me in my world on Landing on Mars. And like I said, man, hopefully everybody out there is having a wonderful start to 2023. And it's only the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. It's only the beginning. So just stay focused, be positive, keep that energy, and keep it going. Y'all stay up, y'all be good, and y'all have a wonderful night. Y'all.
Bad girl, who is you? Coming around asking all these questions and shit. It's because you see me, that don't mean you know me. Don't be calling me bro. Don't offend my moms like that. Who the fuck you think you is? Say